and welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Mike.
And I'm Sam.
And it's Daily Conversations today, Streaming Services Part 2. Yes, we're talking about Netflix, HBO Plus, Disney Max.
Oh.
I know I got those two mixed up because there's so many streaming. There are too many streaming services. And we haven't even talked about like Hulu.
Hulu and like Apple TV has one.
Can you get Hulu here? I don't even know. But there are many of them. Now, of course, a lot of them are really useful. They're really easy to use. They bring us hours and hours of entertainment. But occasionally, with your streaming service, as with many of the things you pay for in your life, you might have problems, you might have issues, you might need some help fixing it, getting it to work right. So that's kind of what we're looking at in part 2, changing your service or getting help with a problem, not just from Barry, your helpful roommate, but from the company itself. Have you ever had a problem like that?
Yeah, that's the thing I was thinking about after reading this article. I was thinking about how customer service has kind of changed a lot recently. It used to be you would call a company and you'd talk to a person and then they would help you with your problem.
Right, you might wait a few minutes listening to bad music, but you would have a person there to answer your questions and hopefully help you.
Yes, and now it's like, a lot of it's online with like a chat. Or if you call, it'll be like automated and they'll say, okay, press 1 or press 2. And you almost just can't get to a real person. Sometimes I have a question that I know if I just talk to somebody, it would get figured out in like 2 minutes, but I just can't figure out how to get to a real person.
And it's not one of those simple ones like I didn't get my bill, you know, it's a little bit different, but it's not a complicated thing. If only I could talk to a live human. But yeah, otherwise it's sort of all these like FAQ, frequently asked questions, and if your problem doesn't fit in that box, it can be frustrating. All right, so let's look at streaming services, some of the common problems, some of the things you might need help with. It's all coming up in part 2.
Ronald is sitting next to Beth on the couch.
I'm super excited for our new 4K TV. When's it going to be delivered?
It's supposed to be delivered next Tuesday.
Okay, I'll be home that day. I should change our Silverstream plan too.
Why do you need to change our Silverstream plan?
We've got the regular plan. I want to switch to the superior plan because it supports 4K resolution. Now, how do I do that?
You should be able to change the plan in the account settings.
Yep, found it. Well, that was easy.
All right, so Daily Conversation, Streaming Services Part 2. But this is beginning of part 2, so it's dialogue number 3. What's our topic? Changing your plan. Okay, so I guess this might be switching from one to the other, but now a lot of them sort of have the sort of silver and then the gold. One's slightly better. Same company, same plan, but they maybe have better services or other things. So we're going to find out what we're changing. And let's meet our characters. It says Ronald is sitting next to Beth on the couch. So 2 people relaxing at home in the living room, on the couch, on the sofa. Ronald seems to be excited. I know that because he says, I'm super excited, which is a good clue. I'm super excited for our new 4K TV. Ooh, when's it going to be delivered? Yes, this is the latest television. The picture's supposed to be so much better and all this other stuff that I don't know about. But if you're buying a new TV these days, you'll probably get 4K. And since it's new technology, I think you can get better pictures, and you gotta, if you're buying like Blu-rays, those discs, they all gotta be different. So it's quite a different system, but he's excited to get it working, to get the movies looking the best they've ever looked. But when?
Yes, and the nice thing about 4K, if you have streaming services, a lot of streaming services have the technology to offer all of their products in 4K, if that was ever filmed in 4K, of course. If it's an old movie, then sorry, you're not going to get a 4K version of Casablanca or something like that.
Right, but the new movies and into the future, they'll look great on your 4K because they're made for that TV.
Yes, and so then she responds with, it's supposed to be delivered next Tuesday. So again, waiting for this TV, and it's going to be delivered next Tuesday. So not too long.
That's right. It's nice when people deliver things, but sometimes you will have to wait a little bit longer. But for something big like a TV that might be popular, so the store might not have it, or they have it, but you don't have a car, you can't take it, on the bus to your home, so they will deliver it. That's to bring something from A to B for someone who is waiting there for that thing. Have you ever ordered a pizza, used Uber Eats, ordered anything from Amazon or PC Home? Well, you don't have to go there. They bring it to you. They deliver it to your home. For example, your package will be delivered tomorrow morning. All you have to do is wait at home. We'll bring it, ring the doorbell, you'll get it. They delivered it.
Yes.
All right, back to Ronald. Now he says, okay, so next Tuesday, is it next Tuesday? I think it was next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, okay. He says, I'll be home that day, which is good. He can let the delivery man or delivery people in with the TV. He starts to think about what to watch on this new TV. He says, I should change our Silver Stream plan too. So he wants to call this company, kind of like his Netflix or whatever, to change the plan to have a different arrangement with the company. And Ronald takes out his phone. So he's either going to use his phone to call, or maybe they have an app. He can just use an app to change his plan. But Beth has some questions.
Yes, and so she's like, wait, why do you need to change our Silver Stream plan?
It's a new TV.
So they already have a plan, and they're like, well, we already have it. So what are you doing?
Get the TV, plug it in, it'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's confused.
She's a little confused, but that's because she is missing some important information. So Ronald explains, we've got the regular plan. Oh, okay. So this would be sort of on the streaming service menu. They have the middle one, the regular plan. Then he says, I want to switch to the superior plan, from like silver to gold or something, because it supports 4K resolution. So this will require more data. I guess you're downloading faster to give you a better picture on your beautiful new TV. 4K resolution. Resolution is kind of like picture quality. It'll look so good, almost like real life. And you got to pay a little bit more to get that better service. Now, he says, kind of asking himself, now, how do I do that? He's probably not asking Beth. He's probably looking at the phone, like trying to figure out the app, the website. How do I change plans?
Yes, but luckily Beth does know, even if he probably would find it eventually if he's looking at his phone. But she's like, oh, you should be able to change the plan in the account settings. So she kind of points him to the right direction and kind of said, instead of just having you search around, I'll just kind of let you know it should be in the account settings.
Smart.
And so she says that's where you could switch your plan. So switch is a verb that means to change. So they want to switch from one plan to an upgraded plan so that they can actually have 4K resolution. So they use this word switch when they're talking about that. And then we have an example sentence. Hillary has switched to a healthy brand of cereal. So before she was maybe eating like a very sugary, not so healthy cereal, and she's decided, I need to switch. I need to make a change, and I need to go to something else.
There you go. And you can probably find all of that through your account under the settings. What is your account? It's basically your file in that company's records. And every time you go to a new company for a service, even every time you sign in on a different website, it might say, are you a member? If you are, sign in. If you're not, make an account in which you'll put your name, your email, maybe your birth date, your address, something like that. And that's kind of your file. You have a bank account. You might have an account for these different web services, an email account, a banking account that you can use through your phone. All of these things, they're basically your name on it, so the company knows where your stuff is. For example, I forgot the password to my YouTube account. I always do that, because usually if you sign in one time, that's it. But sometimes your account will close and you need to sign in again. Anyways, back to the dialogue. Ronald is looking for that settings, finding his account, and success. Yep, found it, he says. Well, that was easy. So all he had to do was switch from standard to super 4K. He's going to pay a little bit more money starting next month. But there you go. He's all ready, just waiting for the new TV. And we're waiting for a break. So let's take it, then we'll be back.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。今天要继续来看2段跟串流服务有关的对话。在第3段对话里面 ，Ronald 他很期待他们新买的4K 电视，想知道什么时候会送来。Beth 说应该就是下礼拜2到货。Ronald 那天呢就会在家迎接，接着他就拿出手机，打算要更换串流方案，因为他们现在是基本方案，要换到高阶方案才会有支援 4K 解析度。Beth 告诉他说，到这个账户设定那边去更改方案应该就可以了。我们来看单字 deliver。deliver 可以用来表达货物的运送、投递。那么 switch 这个动词表示更改、转换。Sam 老师这时候用到 upgrade，upgrade 表示升级、更新。下一个单词 account 表示账户。我们刚刚说到这个 account settings， 那么 setting 就是设定，它常会用复数形来表达。再看到文中他说的这个 4K 后面加了这个 resolution， 它本来有决心决议的意思，可是在这边它是解析度哦。像我们可以用 high resolution 来表达高解析度的。那接回到课文中。
Dana is speaking with a Focus Plus customer service representative.
Thank you for contacting Focus Plus customer service. My name is Peter and I'll be helping you today.
Hi, I canceled my Focus Plus account last month, but I'm still being charged.
I can help you with that. First, may I have the email address that was used for the account?
My email address is danarose@lottamail.com.
Okay, I've applied for a refund and signed out all devices connected to the account. The refund will take several business days to be posted back to your account.
Great, thanks for your help.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Okay, so now we are looking at our dialogue number 4, still talking about streaming services, still talking about all this kind of stuff, but now we are asking for help from customer service.
Ooh.
So something that I had mentioned earlier where sometimes you can't always talk to a real person, but luckily for Dana, she is, so it says Dana is speaking with a Focus Plus customer service representative. And a representative is a noun, and this is the person who represents a company. So represents means that they are the kind of the symbol or the kind of figurehead for that company. So in this case, we've got the person who says, hey, I work for Focus Plus, so I'm going to be your representative. I'm going to be the person who is helping you work with this company and talk and figure out whatever problems you might have. And so we have our example sentence. Steve works as a sales representative at his father's company. So he represents that company, he does sales for them, and so he's a representative.
There you go. He's basically doing the business that the company does with the customers. That's his job, working for that company, helping people out. And here Peter is the customer representative, and I guess he's answering the phone or something like that. And as he picks it up, he's got his little speech that he might make each time he's dealing with a new customer. So he picks up or answers, "Thank you for contacting Focus Plus customer service. My name is Peter and I'll be helping you today." That's the kind of standard thing you'd hear often when you call almost any company and speak to any representative. They thank you, they introduce themselves, and then they kind of say, "How can I help?"
Yes, and so Dana says, hi, I canceled my Focus Plus account last month, but I'm still being charged. So a fairly,
I'm typing your problem into my computer.
A fairly normal problem. Unfortunately, this does happen quite often where it somehow gets overlooked and then you get charged for an extra month. And some people don't notice it, but if you call, in most cases, they will very easily give you the money back and figure it all out. But you have to catch it.
Basically,
sometimes you don't catch it.
The computer at the company's missed something, someone didn't change something. It's a small problem, but when you have a billing problem or a billing issue, yeah, you're going to need some help with that probably. And Peter is the man. He says, I can help you with that. So that's kind of one of my jobs, helping people sort out their bills when there's been some mistakes or confusion. But he has to kind of figure out what the problem is first. So he says, first, may I have the email address that was used for the account? They might ask you for your account name. They might ask you for your address, your birth date, just to make sure they know who it is and they get the right information.
Yes, and Dana says, my email address is danarose@lottamail.com.
She types all that in, and there it is. There's her account. He probably knows when she started, when she finished, what her monthly amount is, all sorts of stuff. He says, okay, I've applied for a refund and signed out all devices connected to the account. That's basically everything she needs. So a refund, that's getting your money back, and signing out all of the devices, basically turning off your account so this won't happen again next month. And then about that money she's waiting for, the extra money she shouldn't have paid, he says the refund will take several business days to be posted back to your account. So it won't happen in a second, like sometimes if you put your own money in the bank, if you're waiting for money from outside, yeah, it might take 3 or 4 days. Maybe the weekend doesn't count, so you might have to be a bit patient. But, kind of check back in 3 or 4 days. You should see that money there right back in your account.
Yes, and so then Dana says, great, thanks for your help.
And Peter says, you're welcome. Have a great day.
A very normal conversation.
Yeah. Went very smoothly, I think. Peter was helpful. Dana explained her problem well. They seemed to solve it, and hopefully those two people never talk to each other ever again in their lives.
Yes, because that would mean that there is another problem that hopefully is not happening.
There you go. And we hope you guys have no problems with your streaming services. It can be frustrating, or you can just not have a streaming service, and then you won't have a problem, but you might be bored. Anyways, thanks for spending your time with us, guys. Enjoy your television or other hobbies. We'll see you back here sometime soon. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
好，在第4段对话里面 ，Dana 正在跟客服人员说话。那文中用到 Customer Service Representative 来表达客服人员。那这个单字 representative 就是代表的意思。Sam 老师在解释单字时，他用到 figurehead，F-I-G-U-R-E-H-E-A-D。figurehead 可以用来表达名义上的领袖。好，那 Dana 就告诉客服人员说，他上个月取消账户，但还是被收取费用了。那客服人员请他提供账户所使用的电子邮件地址，接着就帮他申请退款，然后登出跟这个账户关联的所有装置。这个退款呢，会需要几个工作天才会退回到 Dana 的账户。文中用到 refund 就是退款，那么 device 是指装置或是仪器设备。那这边2个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看第一个重点是 apply for， 它表示申请，尤其是透过书面形式来正式申请啊，请求什么什么，后面可以接职位啊、会员资格等等。像我们说 apply for college， 就是申请大学入学许可。Apply for a passport 申请护照 ，Apply for membership 是申请会员资格，还有 Apply for a job 你去申请一份工作，那就是相当于应征工作的意思咯。好，举例来说 ，Dozens of people applied for the position 有几十个人申请那个职缺。那补充一下，如果是 apply to 加名词，则是表达向某个可能是机关单位去申请应征，所以这时候我们就可以用 apply to 单位或机构 for 加上名词，去表达你向某个单位机构来申请某事务。举例来说 ，They applied to the bank for a loan， 他们向银行来申请贷款。那么第2个重点是 sign out， 它表示登出。那么 sign in 表示登入。那我们就来整理一下这个登出、登入的说法哦。好，登入你可以说 sign in， log in 或者是 log on。那相对的说法，登出你有 sign in， 那么登出就是 sign out。那么 log in 它的登出说法就是 log out。那么 log on 它的登出说法就是 log off。好，举例来说 ，Don't forget to sign out when you're finished。用完别忘了要登出哦。好，那以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Ronald is sitting next to Beth on the couch.
I'm super excited for our new 4K TV. When's it going to be delivered?
It's supposed to be delivered next Tuesday.
Okay, I'll be home that day. I should change our Silverstream plan too.
Why do you need to change our Silverstream plan?
We've got the regular plan. I want to switch to the superior plan because it supports 4K resolution. Now, how do I do that?
You should be able to change the plan in the account settings.
Yep, found it. Well, that was easy.
Dana is speaking with a Focus Plus customer service representative.
Thank you for contacting Focus Plus customer service. My name is Peter and I'll be helping you today.
Hi, I canceled my Focus Plus account last month, but I'm still being charged.
I can help you with that. First, may I have the email address that was used for the account?
My email address is danarose@lottamail.com.
Okay, I've applied for a refund and signed out all devices connected to the account. The refund will take several business days to be posted back to your account.
Great, thanks for your help.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Chishang Township is a rural township located in northern Taidong County. It is known for producing high-quality rice. The town has many fields of rice crops. The design of Chishang Station was inspired by a traditional Japanese barn. The train station has high wooden ceilings and large glass windows. The construction is meant to show off the surrounding environment. Chishang Fanbao Museum shows the history of train lunchboxes in Taiwan. They sell lunchboxes featuring fresh local ingredients. Do Re Mi Story Hall explains how rice farming is done in the area. It provides a detailed look at how rice is collected and packaged. Chishang Township is an excellent stop when visiting Taiwan's east coast.
See you next time!